Hey everybody, hope you're doing well. Wanted to get out an update so you can know what's going on and be prepared for this weekend. The first thing I want to bring to your attention, kids camp coming up very quickly. That's going to be July 20 through 24th for kids who finish kindergarten through the 5th grade. Here's the deal. It takes a lot of planning. We are 3 weeks away at this point. And so takes a lot of planning all the time, takes a lot more planning when we are having to put the kids into smaller groups for social distancing reasons and trying to minimize large groups. That affects their activities, everything. So here's the bottom line. If you want your kids at kids camp, you need to sign up by midnight this Sunday night. Okay, so that is Sunday, July the 5th by midnight. If you're not signed up, you're probably not going. So hope you can help us with that. And we want everybody that wants to be a part of kids camp to get to be a part of kids camp. And so by Sunday night, that's when it needs to happen. So regarding Sundays, as we have for the last month or so, we will be meeting in person on campus with 2 services, one from 9 to 10, the other from 10:30 to 11:30. That 10:30 service will be videoed live and available. You can join us if you're at home on the live stream through Facebook or on our website. That's covenantfellowship.com. And so we're excited for that. The other big thing that's happening this week is that we are reopening our kids ministry and some of our adult small groups. So in terms of kids stuff, there'll be a nursery for the 9 o'clock and a 10:30 service for the little ones, and then Sunday school for the older kids at 9, and then at 10:30 kids church. So again, we're taking precautions to try to make sure they're not all over each other. And as always, if you've had anyone sick, been exposed to anyone sick, or are exposed to someone who is particularly vulnerable, it might be best for you to remain at home. But for those who want to get out and are able to get out and can do so responsibly, then we're eager to see. I know lots of moms and dads have been long awaiting this day. So some of our adult Bible studies will be opening as well. At 9 o'clock, our youth breakfast club will be meeting. All the food there will be pre-served, no kids touching anything. And then other classes available at 9 include our young couples class, which meets in the adult 1 classroom on the north side of our building. And then the class that's known as the upper room. That meets in the 2nd floor of our original building, led by Sean Bergen. So those are our 9 o'clock options. 10:30 adult Bible study. There's 1 class opening at this point. That's Bryant Walker's class, and he's going to be studying Daniel. That's an adult 2, again on the north side of the building, one of the large classrooms there. So those big classrooms, we're fortunate to allow us to keep spaced out and practice social distancing even in a small group environment. As most of you are aware, our county commission voted yesterday regarding the wearing of masks and the possibility of making that mandatory. They did not vote to make it mandatory, and so the question has been raised, what's our policy on that? Are we going to make mask wearing mandatory? So their resolution, or what they did vote to, was to require facial coverings in environments where social distancing is not achievable, and specifically public buildings, which we're not a public building, but we are open to the public. And fortunately, social distancing is very achievable for us. And so in terms of what that means for us, are masks going to be mandatory at church? The short answer is no, they're not. We're not going to get into the debate over the efficacy or benefits or other issues with wearing masks. Some are, including many in the medical community, very big proponents of not wearing masks. And of course, if you watch the news, you know that wearing masks has become sort of the 11th commandment, a bit of an assumption that if you love people, you'll put a mask on. And I think all things being equal, any of us, if we were in a situation where a mask was without question warranted, would be willing to do that. But we have been blessed with a large facility and with just a little bit of self-discipline, there is no reason in the world why we cannot continue to social distance and avoid until absolutely necessary or mandated across the board that everyone wear a mask. And so we're of course continuing those who have compromised immunity or some other pre-existing condition, whether respiratory or a heart issue or something like that you stay home if you feel most comfortable there, and if you feel at risk or endangered by being out. That may be the wisest thing for you to do. That's also why we have gone to great lengths and considerable expense as well as effort to make services available online through the live stream at 10:30, and we're continuing to work on that and hope to enhance that worship experience for those who are staying at home for now and for the immediate future. And again, we for those of you that haven't joined us, we do have a good number of people who are wearing masks, who feel like that's what they want to do, and that's the safest thing for them. And we are absolutely 100% supportive of their choice to do that. And we are gonna leave that at this point to be a call for you to make for yourself and for your family. And whether you choose to mask up or not, whether you choose to wear a mask, into the building until you get to your seat. That's what a lot of restaurants have been doing. Or maybe you want to wear it the whole time and sing right into that mask with all your heart. Or maybe you choose not to wear a mask, but to be considerate and make sure that you keep your distance. The one thing that we would ask and do expect, frankly, is that if you choose to be with us in person, that you will honor our request to social distance. And that means we're not shaking hands, we're not giving hugs, we're gonna love each other as best we can and do so even with the assumption, like, hey, what if I have it and I'm asymptomatic? I don't want to be a part of giving it to someone else who might give it to someone else who might give it to someone else who is vulnerable. And so I think most of us would say, oh, of course, I don't want to do that. Well, that's how we practice that. And that's how we walk in humility and in love. And so we're working through this stuff. And a lot of us have this sense like nobody's going to tell me what to do. It's not the right attitude. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that absolutely the mask is the thing for you to do, but to show concern and to be willing to defer and give up our rights, and certainly our right to be obstinate and uncooperative. That's not a right that any of us have. And so God calls us to love each other and to put the interests of others above our own. And I know some of you are saying, yeah, so wear a mask. And others might say, yeah, so don't make me wear a mask. So we need to understand that it goes both ways, and relax a little bit on the judging of each other over what decisions we make, and just make sure our motives are right and that we're being considerate and responsible. We all need to ask the Lord to show us what that looks like for us, and make sure that we recognize that our choices impact others. And when we start making our demands, whether that's a demand that someone else wear a mask or the demand that others not require us to wear a mask, that's where we're sort of, maybe walking out of the bounds of love. And so that's where we are for now. And we're, again, excited to see those of you that feel safe coming out. And a lot of you aren't there yet, and it's totally okay. That's why it's available on live stream. We also have, again, outdoor seating. So pretty much everybody agrees that mask or no mask, if you're outdoors and you're spaced, that you're not at risk. So if that's an option for you, you can even wear shorts and t-shirts and flip-flops to church or whatever it needs to stay cool outside. And it is in the shade under the patio, just so you know. We also, one other thing we're doing for those, just to let you know what to expect, for those who are spatially challenged, can't remember what 6 feet looks like, or who just get kind of excited and forget and kind of come a little close, we're actually taping some aisles out now, and we're going to have like a no standing zone. So one of the big things that people can do as they come in is just keep moving. You know, don't stand in front of the church. Don't stand in the middle of the doorway and visit, or on the other side of the doorway. We have nice wide aisles, so you can keep moving. And if you want to stand 6 feet apart from somebody and talk with them, no problem. Just do it off the travel path. That way no one has to walk between you and your buddy. All right. Thank you guys. Thanks for bearing with us as we try to, maneuver these things with love and responsibility. And that's it. We'll see you Sunday.